When adult learners enter your program, setting learners at ease is your first priority. Equally important is gathering all of the information necessary to best serve your learners. The learner interview will comfortably introduce your learners to the program and your program to the learners. As you complete the form with the learners, be sure to keep your interaction informal and conversational, which will put the learner at ease. You will notice that some of the sections of the learner interview are numbered. These numbers correspond to the fields in the Individual Student Record Form, or ISRF, which is why some numbers are missing or out of order. The ISRF is the New York State Education Department's required intake form that must be included in every learner file. For learners funded by Adult Literacy Education, or AIL, or Workforce Investment Act, or WIA dollars, employment status is really important as it guides goal setting and learner outcome expectations. A learner who is coded as unemployed and available for work will be expected to find work either while learning with your program or within the first quarter after leaving your program. A learner who joins your program with a job is expected to still be working when surveyed 3 quarters after exiting your program. Another critical point for AIL or WIA funded learners is the education level of the learner when entering your program. If a learner enters your program with 12 years of schooling here in the United States or the equivalent of a high school diploma from another country, that learner is expected to enter either training or post-secondary education with or soon after leaving your program. This counts for both basic literacy learners and English language learners. Keeping your tone light and conversational will go a long way when asking sensitive questions such as, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Be sure to point out that a yes answer will not prevent the learner from receiving instruction, but it will require a supervised setting. In goal setting, there is no longer a list of employment goals or secondary education goals or training goals. These are now set automatically by assists based upon information provided by your learners. However, please continue to record these goals on the learner interview in the spaces provided, as they will guide you in meeting our learners' needs. The final section of the learner interview is the Washington 13 screening tool, a questionnaire used to indicate the probability of a learning disability. The New York State Education Department asks that programs assess this possibility for basic literacy learners. It is in no way a diagnosis of a learning disability. That can only be provided by a professional, but can give your program staff and tutors additional information to help learners. Do not score the Washington 13 while your learner is still there, as you can make any necessary recommendations later. But do make sure to sign the confidentiality promise at the end of the form in front of your learner. Here is the signature line where the learner agrees to share any information gathered that will help the learner meet his or her educational needs. Make sure the learner signs this.